Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with Ruby. She's an adorable dog. I'm dog sitting right now. I'm just no makeup, really tired, but I'm going to screen record this commission I'm doing right now and maybe just talk about some dramas I've been watching lately. Ruby's really spooked out that I'm talking by myself. But here we go. So right now this commission I'm doing, I've already done the people pretty much. Kind of have to still do the hair and stuff, but I'm going to start with the two dogs right now. So I'm going to look at these references and you get to see kind of my process on how I draw. So without further ado, let's get started. So, yeah, I start with a base of some sort, and then I'll kind of just cover the whole thing like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just very rough. So yeah, lately I've been watching this drama called Startup. I'm sure people who love dramas are very aware of what drama this is, but if you aren't, it is about a group of people pretty much starting a company together. And it's relatable because it's tech based and I was a comp sci major, so yeah, still get PTSD from that, from seeing that stuff. So yeah, it's also starring like one of my favorite actors just because he's really hot. His name is Han Ji Pyeong. And yeah, he's just beautiful. I've just always loved him. Susie is also very pretty. She's the main actress. Though I've just never been a fan of her acting. No offense to Susie fans. And pretty much the premise of this show, if you haven't watched it, disclaimer, I guess, spoilers ahead. If you're gonna watch it, just don't watch this video because I'm going to talk about things I've already seen or things that have already happened. But if you are caught up, then let's discuss which team you're on. So obviously, Namdo-san, he's just so cute. Like, he's my favorite actor, so of course I'm gonna, I'm gonna love him. He's, like, the best. And with the other guy, like, everyone's like, okay, he's, like, the one she's actually in love with is him because she's been writing these letters to him ever since they were children, and, like, he's the actual, like, guy that she was in love with, that he's her actual first love. But I think that's false because, first of all, those letters were written together with the grandma, so it's not completely him. Like, even though some of the details are, like, it's a fake name too. So from the very get-go, he lied to her. And from the very get-go, it was all a facade and it was all fake. So to say that, the person that she loves truly is Han Ji Pyeong, I think that's false because he has never been true to her at all. So how is she gonna love his true self, you know? And yes, Namdo-san is, like, technically also lying to her, but at least he's bold with his feelings. Like, Han Ji Pyeong, even 15 years later, he has yet to admit that he has feelings for this girl, and he's being such a child about it. He's, like, being mean to her, he's pushing her away, and at least Namdo-san is honest with his feelings, you know? Because even though he's lying about the childhood thing, like the letter thing, he's like openly and like freely expressing his feelings. He's being honest with himself. He's being honest with his feelings about her, at least. And you know, at the end of the day, that's like, I don't know, like, will you have the courage to face your feelings and like go for her? I think that's the most important part. Like, if I think about it, I've dated both guys. Not literally, but I've dated both type of guys. And, okay. To be honest, neither of them are great. Like, they both have their flaws, obviously. But to say, like, the Han Ji Pyeong type, I never ended up even dating because he was just too, like, scared of commitment, that he wasn't brave enough to, like, own up to his feelings and, like, go for it. He just cut it off short because he was scared of commitment, you know? And, like, once you miss out, you miss out. Like, all the boys who never had the courage to love me when I gave them the chance to, I've dropped. You ain't got time for that. Like, girl, do not settle for less than... Okay, honestly, just do not settle, period. Because, like, everyone who is on Team Han Ji Pyeong is like, oh my gosh, he's actually, like, so mature and sophisticated, and he actually, like, you know, they have history. But what history? Like, literally, even all of that was fake. And so how can you say that of history when that's not even true, you know? And, okay, yes, again, Namdo-san, he's never dated. He's, like, obviously not the most mature person, I'd say. But at least he's just, like, I don't know. He's just, like, owns up to things. He owns up to his feelings. He's, like, I don't know. I just personally like the actor a lot, so maybe that's why. But, yeah, like, also, obviously, like, he's the main lead. There's no way. All those girls out there, all my friends who are like, oh my gosh, but you never know. Like, maybe the writers will... No, they're not going to do that. Obviously, he's the main lead. Like, she's going to end up with him. So, all y'all who keep thinking she's going to end up with... there's going to be some kind of plot twist. Like, it's not going to happen. There's gonna be drama in the middle, like, she's gonna find out, and she's gonna... I'm only on episode 8. So, looking at the preview for 9, I think she probably finds out then. But she's gonna find out. And there's gonna be drama. She's gonna be like, how could you? She's gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you lied. Like, I can't forgive you. But then she'll forgive him. That's what always happens. I've watched K-dramas for 15 years, I know. This is how it happens. And so, yeah, I definitely think she's definitely gonna get with Namdo-san. There's no way. But I understand the sentiment that people have. I understand that it's like, oh, he's like the nice guy. He's the second lead syndrome. Like, she's gonna, like, you know, he's the one that actually truly understands her. But does he really? Sure, he, like, goes out of his way to, like, you know, take care of her and, like, make sure, like, things go smoothly. But at the end of the day, he's doing her dirty. Sure, you can say that, oh my gosh, he's the one that understands her. But he's, I don't know, if he really, like, liked her and, like, respected her, he'd tell her the truth. Regardless of, okay, I had a friend who argued that it's because he promised the grandma. He promised the grandma that he would keep it a secret, and then he feels so indebted to her. Like, he kept up this lie, and he was helping her all of this for the grandma's sake to begin with. That's understandable. And then, like, slowly he's realizing that his feelings. But you're a grown man. It's gonna take you really that long to realize you have feelings. And I think it's like he realizes, but he's still holding back. Like, just own up to it. Just go for it. You're literally getting your girl stolen away right in front of your eyes. Like, you know, he missed his chance. Like, pretty much the writers are gonna be like, by the time she realizes the truth, by the time she learns the truth, she's already so invested, or she's already so swayed by the real Do-san that she, like, is gonna end up choosing him, you know? I mean, that's gotta be the case, because that's how dramas work. And, you know, I just don't really like the actor. Like, he wasn't that attractive to me to begin with. His looks have kind of grown on me, but still, I'm just like, not my type. Really not my type. I don't know. And it's like, from my own experience, I I keep on saying dated, but actually we didn't even end up dating because he, again, didn't man up to his feelings. If you're watching this, you know who you are. And, yeah, it's just like, you know, you miss out on me, you miss out. Right, Ruby? Right, Ruby? Right, sweet girl. Like, this guy that I'm talking about, it was just like bad timing. Like, there's a lot of reasons why he ended things, or so I assume, because he didn't actually give me a legitimate reason. Maybe he just didn't like me, but honestly, everything was going great, and all of a sudden he's just like, peace out, it ain't happening. And it was really hurtful. It really hurt my pride, because he slid into my DMs first. Like, it wasn't like I was looking for anything. I was literally just minding my own business in quarantine, and he slides into my DMs and was like, hey, what's up? And slowly I kind of developed feelings for this guy. I'm like, oh, he's pretty interesting, he's pretty cool, you know? And then out of the blue, he gets a job in a different state, and then he's like, peace out. But he hasn't even moved yet. And so he just ended things prematurely because he knew he was going to move eventually. This is all assumption again. But it's stuff like that. It's like, he told me he's very comfortable with goodbyes. And he's very comfortable with also welcoming people back into his life again. Spoiler alert, I'm not. Because I'm very much like, if you don't have the courage to like me or date me during an inconvenient time, then how am I supposed to know you're gonna date me when it's convenient for you? Pretty much, if you can't love me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. Kind of the same thing. If you can't be with me when it's hard, and then you decide to be with me when it's easier, too late. How would I ever trust you again? You know? Imagine if hypothetically this is a long-term relationship and we get married and it gets tough again. Like, how am I supposed to know you're not gonna be like, oh, things are hard, divorce? That's something I care about a lot. Like, that's something I cannot get over. Like, I could not forgive someone for. So, again, I mean, to each their own. I'm sure he had his own reasons, but there's no point really for me to like give those guys a second chance. And so, yeah, it's kind of that, maybe because I'm still salty about that whole situation, but that's very much like the sentiment I have with it. Just ain't got time for that. Like, this just pisses me off. Like, that's the most cowardly thing you could do, run away from your feelings. I just can't relate. I'm not someone who, I don't know. I'm someone who's like a really honest person, period. Like, sure, I have my own insecurities, and sure, I can understand that Han Ji Pyeong has his like trust issues, I guess, because he was like abandoned and orphaned. But you're also like, what, 38 years old? You're like, gotta learn. I mean, he's learning the hard way that he's gonna let his love slip away. But you know, that ain't my problem. Like, that's his fault. Like, no pity whatsoever. But you know what? I do think he doesn't like suit her as a lover either. Because, I don't know, maybe it's like, I don't think the actors like vibe like that, but I think he would just be a great big brother, but not a lover. And that's fine. He will always be like a brother figure to both Namdo-san and Sodalmi. Like, he will always, I feel like once he gets over the whole like love triangle, like, oh, I'm not the one, like, he'll still be there. Like, that's, they've got to do that. And so, you know, everyone gets the best of all worlds in the end. Like, he's like an adoptive son to the grandma, so naturally he's like family, or he would become family to Darumi as well. And that just makes the most sense to me, honestly. Like, I mean, I know that's most likely what the writers are gonna write it out as too, but it just doesn't even, like, I don't even ship them from the get-go. Like, some second male leads, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, he kind of makes my heart flutter. What a shame. But this one, I'm more like, I mean, I don't see it. I just don't see it. And so, yeah. That was my review on the drama so far. Episode 8, so halfway. I'm assuming that there's 16. And you just saw me draw a very crappy looking dog. And that's fine. You know, it's a work in progress. If I can make this eventually from this process, then I can make this dog look like a dog. But y'all just don't get to see it, because then it would take too long. Or maybe I'll just speed draw this and fast forward. But this is the commentary. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.